Nothing's more flavorful than a traditional Italian hoagie, but I thought it'd be a lot of fun to take all those traditional hoagie ingredients and turn it into a bread bowl dip. So let's get started. The first thing we're doing is just finishing up some of the ingredients here. This really is the longest part of the recipe, prepping all the ingredients, but well worth your time, because once you get all of this taken care of, you're going to have some really delicious dip that everyone around the table is going to love. Now what we're going to do is begin by combining all of the ingredients into a big bowl, and then we'll make the dressing to show you how simple this all comes together. Now the first thing we're going to do is take 4 cups of iceberg lettuce, chop that up. Next we're going to go with some sweet onion, red onion, and get that right inside. The most important thing to remember here is that you're dicing everything very small. Remember, this is going to be a dip, so you want all the ingredients to be very, very small. Now this is diced tomato, again, diced very tight and small. Then we're going to put in some cubed provolone. Now you can use smoked provolone if you like here, that would work really nicely as well. Then there's ham steak. You buy this in the grocery store, it's a great shortcut. Just take this and dice this up nice and small. It's already pre-cooked, so it's ready to go. Then we got some Genoa salami. Again, I cut this into small cubes. This is roast turkey. Now you can buy rotisserie turkey if you happen to have roasted a turkey, that's great, but you can also buy this in the supermarket, it's a great shortcut. And then we're going to add in some traditional hoagie ingredients like chopped pepperoncinis, chopped dill pickle, and then finally a little peppercini juice. This is going to add some salty brine and a little sweetness that you're really going to taste. Now before we make the dressing, I'm going to give this a quick stir because I want to make sure that all these ingredients are nice and combined. You're going to love this dip because it's really full of great texture, it's also full of great flavor, and has lots of color. Perfect. Now let's get busy with the dressing. And the dressing is pretty simple and full of great ingredients, again, that you would enjoy on a hoagie. We're going to begin with mayonnaise. And everyone's got a favorite brand, so just pop that into the bowl first. Then a little red wine vinegar for some tang. Then some olive oil. Finally, we're going to pop in some ground black pepper, fresh ground if you have it, and then finally some dried oregano. What we want to do is combine all this really nicely and get this to emulsify a bit. And once we get all of this combined, we'll add it to the dressing and then serve it in a really clever and unique way. Now comes the really interesting serving part of this recipe. Now go to your local grocery store, into the bakery area, and buy a pre-baked bread round. These are available in just about every grocery store across America. Get this at home, and what you want to do is start cutting around because we're going to create a cavity to hold all the dip. Now I've already started cutting this, let me just finish it. And then hold on to the piece that you cut out because you're going to cut that up or tear it up into little pieces. That's what we're going to use for dippers. Now we'll go into the bread bowl here and pull out some of this bread because I want to create a cavity for that dip to rest in. Then take the bread that you pull out and simply just rip it into smaller pieces. Now this portion you can cut, which is easy enough. But let's go ahead and get the dip inside. Now you may have a bit more dip than the bread bowl will hold, but that's fine because then you've got some extra for refills. One thing I'll also suggest to you, dress it at the same time that you're serving it. Don't prepare it a day ahead because it can get a little soupy. So when it comes to a clever and unique sandwich turned into a dip, try my hoagie in a bread bowl.